Have you ever wondered why, in a world more comfortable than any time in human history, people are still restless? Why, despite our smartphones, fast cars, endless entertainment, and even the ability to order food with a single click, our minds are still racing, our hearts still anxious, and our nights, often sleepless? It almost feels ironic. We live safer than the Romans, longer than the medieval kings, and with luxuries that emperors never dreamed of. Yet peace, inner peace, seems more distant than ever. But what if the secret to calm, to true inner balance, has been whispered to us for more than 2,000 years? What if the solution to our modern chaos lies not in another app, not in another purchase, not in another self-help fad, but in the wisdom of an ancient philosophy? That philosophy is Stoicism. And today, I want to take you through its timeless teachings. Teachings that can turn noise into clarity, fear into courage, and chaos into calm. This is the ancient secret to inner peace. Picture Rome 2,000 years ago. The streets are dusty, markets are loud. The empire stretches across continents, yet at its heart, uncertainty rules. Plague could strike at any moment. Political conspiracies could overthrow leaders overnight. Armies could march, storms could destroy harvests, and death was never far away. Life was fragile, tomorrow was not promised. Now picture today, our streets are paved, our markets are digital. We can buy oranges in winter, video call across oceans, and survive illnesses that once wiped out entire cities. Our lives are statistically safer, longer, and more predictable than at any time before. Yet strangely, our inner world is just as unstable as that of the Romans. We worry about status, we obsess over money, we compare ourselves endlessly on social media, scrolling through lives that appear shinier than our own. Anxiety, depression, burnout, they plague us just as much as hunger and plague did them. Here's the truth. The external world changed, but the inner battles remain the same. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was writing to himself, to stay calm amidst war, loss, betrayal, to remind himself that peace is never out there. It is always an inside job, and that is why Stoicism survived. Because while empires rise and fall, the human heart still asks the same question. How do I live with peace in a world I cannot control? At its core, Stoicism teaches not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering perspective. There are three timeless pillars we must understand. The first is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, once a slave, said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." This is the Stoic compass. Imagine two circles. In one, your thoughts, your choices, your effort. In the other, the weather, the economy, what others think of you. Peace comes from focusing on the first and releasing the second. Anxiety is born when we blur the line, when we try to control what was never ours. The second is virtue as the highest good. For Stoics, success was not wealth or fame. It was virtue, living with courage, wisdom, justice, and self-control. A man could lose his fortune, his home, even his freedom, but if he lived with integrity, he had not lost everything. Think about it. Money can be stolen, reputation can be slandered, but virtue, only you decide whether you betray it or not. The third is living in harmony with nature. To the Stoics, nature meant reality itself, the way the universe works. They taught, fight reality and you suffer. Accept reality and you flow. Seneca wrote, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." We cannot stop the seasons. We cannot stop aging, we cannot stop loss, but we can learn to walk with them instead of against them. These three principles are not dusty theories. They are survival tools, crafted in a world of chaos, sharpened through fire, carried across centuries to land in your hands, right now. So why, if Stoicism offers such clarity, do we still feel lost today? Because modern life is filled with illusions. We are bombarded with distractions. Our phones buzz, our feeds refresh, our minds scatter. The Stoics spoke of controlling attention, yet most of us surrender ours to algorithms every day. We live in a culture of comparison. In Rome, you compared yourself to your neighbor. Today, you compare yourself to the entire planet. Every time you scroll Instagram or TikTok. How can peace survive when you always feel behind? We are addicted to control. We think if we buy enough, plan enough, hack enough, we can avoid discomfort forever. But reality always breaks through. Illness, accidents, rejection. The Stoics remind us you never had control to begin with. You only ever had choices. This is why Stoicism matters more than ever, because it cuts through the noise. It says, forget what is outside, return to what is inside. Stop chasing illusions, start mastering perspective. Let's get practical. Philosophy, after all, must be lived. Here are Stoic practices you can start today. Morning reflection. Marcus Aurelius began each day reminding himself, people would be selfish, rude, unfair. By preparing his mind, he met reality with calm instead of shock. Try this. Each morning, take 2 minutes to write what challenges you expect today and how you will respond with virtue. Negative visualization. The Stoics practiced imagining loss, not to depress themselves, but to sharpen gratitude. Epictetus said, never say of anything, I have lost it, but I have returned it. Hold your child, your partner, your home, and imagine life without them. For a moment, suddenly gratitude floods in. Peace grows from appreciation, not entitlement. Memento mori, remember, you must die. To many, this sounds dark. To Stoics, it was liberating. By remembering death, they lived more fully. Next time you delay your dream, remind yourself, tomorrow is not promised. Let mortality guide you toward meaning. Journaling. Marcus Aurelius never meant for his meditations to be published. They were notes to himself, reminders, corrections, encouragements. You can do the same. Write down your fears, your values, your reflections. Journaling clears the fog and strengthens perspective. Daily application. When someone insults you, pause. Ask, is this within my control? Their words are not. My reaction is, choose calm when plans collapse, instead of, why me? Ask, what virtue can I practice now? Patience? Courage? Flexibility? This is how philosophy becomes muscle, through repetition. Inner peace does not mean a life without problems. It means problems without panic. Marcus Aurelius led armies while plague ravaged his empire. Epictetus endured slavery. Seneca navigated politics under a tyrant. They were not spared pain, but they mastered response. Peace is not the absence of storms. It is the ability to stand firm within them. And that is why Stoicism still matters. If Marcus could find peace while ruling an empire in chaos, if Epictetus could find freedom within chains, then surely you and I can find calm in traffic, in deadlines, and heartbreak. So here's the ancient secret to inner peace. It is not given by the world. It is not bought with wealth. It is not found in applause. It is chosen every day in every moment by focusing only on what you control, by living with virtue, and by flowing with reality instead of resisting it. Today I challenge you, practice one Stoic habit. Maybe a morning reflection, maybe negative visualization, maybe journaling. Try it and watch how your inner world shifts. Because the world doesn't need more noise, it needs more wisdom. It needs people like you, calm in chaos, strong in storms, grounded in truth. If you found value here, consider subscribing, sharing this with someone who needs peace, and joining me on this journey of timeless philosophy. The Romans may be gone, their empires may be dust, but their wisdom still speaks, and it whispers to you now, peace is possible, and it begins within.